Good morning, everyone. So today is finally the day where I begin my world traveling adventures. I decided that the very first thing that I would do was ride my bike from Banff, Canada, all the way down to the Mexican border to a place called Antelope Wells, New Mexico. It's 2,700 miles, and I'm thinking that it'll probably take me around 2 months to complete. So I have about a 16-mile ride to get to the official start of the Great Divide. I ended up staying in Canmore because it was a lot cheaper than staying in Banff. So it's a really nice day today. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, maybe, I don't know. Right now it says a 25% chance of rain, so. Alright, so I'm taking a break to eat something. I'm gonna have some very delicious food. Some cheddar cheese crackers, a beef stick. We'll make it 2 beef sticks, and for dessert, a Rice Krispie treat. I have this all buried at the bottom for some reason. Yeah, so the trail so far, it's been pretty good. When I first hit the dirt, it felt so good. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of something that you've been waiting to do something for so long, and when you finally do it, it just, I don't know. I felt really good when my tires hit the dirt. Nothing technical so far. There's been a few uphills, but nothing that I had to walk up. The first walk-a-bike section. Warning, bear in area. Well, that's great to know. The first rain of the trip. It's I mean, just in a second ago, it's just sprinkling, but now it's starting to pick up. But if you look in that direction, it seems to be clear. So maybe just this little section I got to deal with. We'll find out. So I made it to the hike-a-bike campground. It's called, what's it called? Hold on a sec. I know it starts with a B. Yeah, it's called Buller Day-Use Hiker-Biker Campground. The rain was pretty tough. It didn't last for that long, but when it was raining pretty hard, and it was really windy, and my hands were just so frozen up, and yeah, that part wasn't fun. But for the most part, today wasn't too bad. My legs, I wish my legs were a little bit more stronger. I wouldn't have struggled as much. I mean, I didn't really struggle, but there was parts where I could really feel it in my legs. Yeah, so the total amount of miles I rode today, including my ride from Canmore to Banff, was 44 miles. So not too bad. My goal is to average around 50 miles a day. Would be nice. I know some days will probably be more, and some days will probably be less, but if I could average around 50 miles, that'd be pretty good. I am really craving like a good meal, but I don't think I will be able to until, not tomorrow, but I think the next day I go into a town. I still have to figure out where I'm gonna go tomorrow. But yeah, I got all my junk food in my dry bag here. That's my dinner. And yeah, that is the end of day one, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. So it's day 2. Last night it rained pretty much the entire time, but it didn't really bother me. I slept okay, mostly going in and out of sleep, which is typical for me, sleeping in a tent. Today I have about 45 miles to get to another campground called Worry. I don't know how the weather's going to be like. I went outside just a second ago, and it looks like there's a good chance it's gonna rain, but I think it's only supposed to be in the morning, so I guess we'll find out. So I think I just saw a bear. I think I can still kind of see it. I don't know if it's walking. I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, there's a coyote. That's not, it's not what I was looking at. There's something else in the bushes. I don't even know if you can even see what I'm looking at right now, but there's something over there. Hey bear, I'm just gonna pass by, okay? Hey bear, just gonna pass by. Hey bear. Hey bear. I got my bear spray out. Hey bear. Hey bear. Hey bear. Hey bear. He's just eating. Said, leave me alone. Oh man, that hill I just went up, that was something. I ended up stopping at this the first convenience store that I've seen so far, and I sat there for an hour. I ate an ice cream, drank a root beer, ate some chips, and if I didn't do that, I don't think I could have done it. I mean, I probably could have done it, but it was a struggle for sure. I got another hill and probably another hill, but I'll make it eventually. So that right there was the hardest section of the trail so far. I did, it was a lot of walking, so, but I made it. I didn't give up. I told myself, would you rather be doing this, or would you rather be working a 9-to-5 dead-end job? And I said, I'd rather be doing this. According to the map, this right here is the highest point in the Canada section. The elevation on my GPS shows it going all the way down. So many mosquitoes. Going all the way down to the US border. So that's good to know. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to the original campground that I planned. I'm going to try. I'm just this uphill just took a lot out of me, so, and these mosquitoes, they won't leave me alone. So I'm not capable of throwing the rope over this beam here. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So I'm just going to wrap it around this tree here, and that should be okay. So that is the end of day 2. I did 45 miles. I saw my first bear. I lost my monopod, so on this tripod that I'm using, I had a long monopod that was able to raise the camera up more, and I don't know what happened to it. It fell off at some point. A lot of walking up hills. I am really tired. It's a lot more uphill than I was expecting, but like I said before, that I think it's called Elk Pass. That is supposed to be the highest point on the Canada portion of the Great Divide. There's still going to be hills, but like I said, looking at the GPS map, the elevation declines pretty much until you get to the USA border. Anything else I want to talk about? Nope. I'm really tired, so I am going to be going to bed, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It is day 3. I'm heading to a town called Elk Ford. It's about 30 miles away. So hopefully I can get there in the early afternoon so I can finally eat an actual meal. I've been living off of Rice Krispie treats, cashews, Clip bars, and you can only eat so much of that. So I am definitely looking forward to eating. This tree right here, it seems like it could fall at any minute. I guess I'll move just over there. Well, I feel like I didn't really record that much today, so I'm gonna do a little recap. So I rode 45 miles to a town called Elkford, and I finally got something to eat. It was very, very good. Then I went to a campground that's in town, but it was fully booked up. So I spent the last 30 minutes to an hour going back and forth trying to figure out where to stay. And I think I found a decent spot. I'm stealth camping for the first time. It's kind of next to the road, but I have a green cover on my tent, so I feel like it kind of helps it blend in a little bit more. And there's a bunch of trees around me, so nobody's noticed me so far. So, but I'll feel better when it's night times where nobody will ever see me. So tomorrow I am going to a town called Fernie, which I believe is another 45 miles. And I'm going to be taking a rest day in Fernie. I feel like my body is still getting adjusted to riding all day, every day. I feel like if I took at least one day of a rest, I feel like my body will perform a lot better. It's a lot sooner than I thought I would have to take a rest day, but it is what it is, and I think it's for the best. Hopefully nobody will notice me. I don't think they will. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. So today is day 4. I am headed to Fernie, which is about 50 miles away. I did take a little detour so I could eat breakfast. I got French toast. That breakfast was very, very good. So I realized that I forgot my phone at the restaurant that I was eating at. And luckily I wasn't too far away, so I started riding back. And then the lady who owns the restaurant drove her truck and was trying to find me. So that was very, very nice of her. And the place I ate was called Mel's Kitchen. So if you're ever in Elkford, go to Mel's Kitchen. The lady who owns it is very, very, very nice. I thank you so much for bringing me my phone. I didn't see the purpose of that. You ride through a field that's really overgrown, right next to the road, and then it just meets up with the road again. All right, so I just left the town of Sparwood. I ate lunch and it was really good. On my way into town, there was a guy on his house was on the side of the road, and he was just standing out there, and he kind of waved to me. We ended up talking. His name is Frank, and he was so nice. He gave me 10 bucks. So that was really nice of him. Frank, I know you're probably never gonna see this video, but if some chance you do, that was really nice of you. You're a really great guy. I have made it to Fernie. It was 46 miles from where I started this morning, and it was a pretty decent day. I didn't really face any challenges during the way, which is good. I think most of the way here is downhill, so, and a lot of roads, so maybe that had something to do with it. I met about 7 other bicycle tourists. They were all going different directions, but it was nice to talk to them for a little bit. The hostel I'm staying at doesn't, the check-in isn't until 4 o'clock, and it's 3 o'clock right now, so I just went to the park right around the corner from it, and just sitting here enjoying Skittles and a Powerade. Tomorrow I am taking the day off. Like I said yesterday, I think my body needs it in order for it to be able to continue. So I'm probably not going to film anything tomorrow. I'm just pretty much just going to be lazy tomorrow. So I will see you in 2 days for day, it's hard to keep track of the days. I think it's day 6. I'll see you on day 6. Morning, everyone. Today is day 6. I am leaving the town of Fernie. Taking the day off yesterday was a good call. I feel a lot better. My legs feel a lot stronger and recovered. Like I said, I didn't prepare my body good enough. I didn't prepare my body good enough, but yeah, I feel good now. I am going to be going about 50 miles to a campground that is about 9 or 10 miles from the border. So today is my last full day in Canada. It's been good in Canada, except the rain the first couple days. But yeah, everybody's super nice here, and I will definitely come back someday. Food is really good. I don't know if you know that, but food is really good. That place I stopped at was the only place to eat until I get to Eureka, Montana. I got there about 45 minutes before they opened, and so I had to sit around. I'm doing really good on time. I feel really good. I was gonna stop at a campground right outside the US border, or close to the US border, but I don't know. I might just go all the way to Eureka. It's only almost 12 o'clock, so I'm doing really good on time, so we'll see. I have arrived back into the good old US of A. Oh, I feel accomplished. I finished one section of the trail and I feel really good. It's nice to be back in the US. I am going to go to a town just about a few miles from the border called Eureka, and I believe they let you camp in the park for free, so we'll find out. All right, what a day. I rode 70 miles today. I'm really happy with that. I am in town of Eureka in the park. They let you camp here for free, at least as long as you're in a tent. It's still kind of iffy on it if it was okay or not. There is a sign that says it, but still my mind just tells me, this doesn't seem right. And then maybe like a half an hour ago, so what happened was, let me explain. There was some kid walking around with a rifle. It looks like he was going hunting, and he was talking to the other people here in the parks. I thought that was just a normal thing in Montana, but then a couple cops came. They were here for a while talking to the kid, but they eventually let him go. And they saw me over here in my tent, and they didn't say anything. So now I am 100% sure that it is okay to sleep in this park. Tomorrow, I'm not really sure where I'm gonna go. I think I might be going to this cabin. It's not a cabin that you can stay in, but I've seen other people in other people's videos camp there, so I'm gonna try to do that. It's about 50 miles away. I am going to watch the last episode of House of Dragon. I've been wanting to watch it, but for some reason Max isn't available in Canada, so I'm gonna watch that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning everyone, it is day 7. I just left Eureka. I slept really good. It was a really good place to stay. It's really cool that they let you stay in the park. I am going to be headed, I think maybe like 40 miles. There's supposed to be a cabin. I don't think you can stay in it, but I think you're allowed to camp outside of it in the little grassy area. I don't know if that's true or not. I'll find out soon enough. All right, so I have gone 20 miles. It's been paved road the whole way, but right ahead of me is the dirt section, gravel road. And yeah, I got a big long climb ahead of me. I'm still debating on how far I'm gonna go, because I still feel pretty good, and it's only 11 o'clock. Walking my bike up a hill, I go the exact same speed if I was riding, and my legs aren't tired. It's just my ass needs to get used to sitting down on that bike seat for so many hours. It's more of just giving my bottom a break than not being able to ride up this hill. So I'm almost to the top though. Well, I think I made it to the summit of this hill. It was for the most of it was kind of gradual uphill, but towards the end it was so rocky. It was really hard to get traction. The place I plan on staying is not that far away, and I think it's all downhill, so I'm taking a break and eating something, and yeah. So down this road was the place I was originally gonna plan on staying tonight, but right now it's only 3 o'clock. I do have to go up a little incline. I don't think it's nothing compared to what I did this morning, but I'm gonna keep on going and see where I end up. So I have about 3 miles to go to the top of this hill. It's 6:30 right now, and I've gone 59 miles, and the elevation gain for today is around like 5,000, which is the most I've done so far on this trip. The most I've done was on the second day, was 2,700 feet, so it's a big difference. I'm pretty tired. My legs still feel pretty good, but that much climbing, it just kind of took a lot out of me. So I just found this little opening on the side of the road. Should be okay. And right over there, that is the hill I have to go up tomorrow. And once I get up that hill, it should be all downhill to Whitefish. I'm not exactly sure how many miles it is. I think tomorrow the plan is to go to Columbia Falls. So it should be not too hectic of a day. It should be pretty easy. I don't know what easy is anymore, but yeah, the mosquitoes are eating me up. So I'm gonna go in my tent, and I'll see you tomorrow. It says the top is right here, but it's hard to believe. It was a good idea to stop where I stopped yesterday, but starting the day right up, going up a steep hill, my body didn't get a chance to wake up. I made it to Whitefish, Montana. I stopped in the downtown area and ate a great pizza. I didn't record anything. I feel like I really didn't record anything today. I think some days I feel like recording, and some days I just don't. I think what factors into it is if I'm tired or not, and today I'm tired. So I got about an hour ride to Columbia Falls, and yeah, it's a nice day out today. So that is the end of day 8. I got a motel room in Columbia Falls just for the night. It's giving me an opportunity to kind of wash all my stuff and kind of reorganize everything, because over the past, how many days has it been? 7, 8? I just said 8 days. 8 days. It's got very unorganized. And tomorrow will probably be an easy day, 25 miles to a campground. And then after that, we'll start doing some more miles to get to wherever we're going. I'm not very good at talking to the camera. I think over time I will, so I apologize for all the awkwardness I have portrayed in the video so far. I think I'm getting better at it. So yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It is day 9. I'm right outside of Columbia Falls. It's a good night, a good rest. was able to clean all my stuff. Today should be a pretty easy day. Again, I don't know what easy is anymore. I'm going to a campground called Wayfarer, and it's about 30 miles away. So I know I ate pizza yesterday, but I'm eating it again. And I think I will eat pizza any chance I get. It's so good. It's only 3 o'clock, but I made it to the campground I'm gonna stay at tonight. It's called Wayfarer State Park. They have a hike bike section area to camp in, and the lady I talked to at the gate, she told me even if it's filled up, they will find somewhere for you to stay. They don't turn any hikers or bikers around, so that was pretty cool. I did 34 miles today, so I left at 10 o'clock and it's only 3 o'clock, so it was only about less than 4 hours. I think today was sort of a rest day, I guess, without taking the full day off. I think tomorrow I have to go 45 miles. There's a climb that I have to do. I don't know how gnarly it is, but there's a climb tomorrow. And then there's a climb. I think there might be a climb after that. I don't know. I don't know anything. This is the longest I've ever been away from home. And, you know, I never thought that I would get lonely. I always thought of myself to be okay by myself. I'm a pretty introverted person. Not as much as I used to be growing up, but I still consider myself introverted and don't mind my own company. But at times doing this ride, you don't see anybody for a long time, and yeah, I don't know, it's something I just I've never experienced before. I think my mind is just trying to adjust to it. I do see people along the way, whether it be another person doing the ride, or somebody on the side of the road, or talking to somebody at the restaurant, but it's just you know, it's a really short conversation and then you kind of move on from it. I'm also you know, sometimes I also get homesick too. Like I said in a previous video, or maybe it was this video, I don't know, that this ride is it's physical, but it's also mental, 50% mental and 50% physical, dealing with that stuff. So, you know, a lot of times I record these videos and I feel like I don't make any sense. I'm just rambling. So hopefully I edit it in some way that it's not just a bunch of words coming out of my mouth that don't make any sense. They have a shower here. I'm going to just rinse myself off. I don't think anybody else is going to be here because you have to go about, get out of here, you fly. You have to go about 4 miles off the route. So I think most people avoid this area, but this is the nicest campground I've stayed at so far. And it was so nice not having to set up my tent in the rain or mosquitoes. Yeah, I'm really glad that I chose to stop here. And if you are doing this for yourself, I highly suggest that you stay here too. So I think that's all I have to say. I'm talking just a mumble jumble, like I said. Yeah, I will see you in the morning.
You gotta take the middle on down.
All right, I'm about an hour into my ride, and I just got a notification on my GPS Wahoo that I have a 7-mile climb ahead of me. I can see the hill in front of me. I don't know if it's on road. I'm like on this lonely road right now. So I don't know if it's like this the whole 7 miles, or we'll hit some dirt at some point. I haven't hit dirt in a while. I think it was like 3 days ago. A lot of road riding. Almost there. Almost there. Whew. That was a long hill. But I'm done with it, and I think that's the only climb or major climb for today. I'm having the worst time right now. I'm miserable. Trying to get the tent set up as fast as I can. I'm like in the middle of the nowhere. This isn't fun right now. I don't know what I'm doing. It just started pouring rain out of nowhere, and I was on the highway, which I shouldn't have taken. I don't know why I did it. The tent is half-assed set up. Well, everything is all wet. That's whatever today is, day 10 or something. Not a very good day. Good morning. It is day 11. Last afternoon, evening was probably the worst time I've had. Not just on this ride, but in general. It was pouring rain, and it was windy, and I couldn't even set the tent up because it was the wind was just keep on blowing it away. And eventually I half-assed set it up, but all inside everything was wet. So luckily I have a little towel that I was able to wipe down everything. And I mean the surface that I'm on is not even leveled, but I was able to sleep. My bike is soaking wet, which is great. And I was able to look at the weather today, and it looked like it might rain a little bit in the afternoon, but I think just a little drizzle. At least that's what it says. So I'm really eager to pack up and get out of here. So all right, after I think I rode, let's see, 13 miles on the highway, I am finally off of it. I think I have about 35 miles to Sealy Lake. So, and what time is it? 9:30. So hopefully I get there at a decent time, and hopefully they have something good to eat, because I'm hungry. Oh my god, this hill's steep. Oh man, I've done so much walking today. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but that lake in the distance, I think I didn't start from there, but I rode past that and I went all the way up this mountain here, and it's kicking my butt. All right, that is the end of day 11. I am in a town called Sealy Lake, Montana. I am camping behind the Ice Cream Palace. If you ever are doing this ride, it's a little, maybe like, I don't know, half a mile off the route, but I highly recommend coming here. The food is great and cheap. The owner, Paul, he is a really nice guy, letting all us bikepackers stay in on his property. There's even a shower across the street, which I took advantage of, and a gas station to get supplies and all that good stuff. So yeah, I would say that this day was not the best day. A lot of walking, and this morning everything was soaking wet. It's tough to do the whole tent thing in the rain. Not even a light rain, it was like pouring. But the weather is supposed to look good for at least for the next week or so. Tomorrow should be a pretty short day, about 30 miles to Ovando. I don't think there's any gnarly climbs. I think there is one climb, but nothing too crazy, not like today. Coming here really made up for the rest of the day, so it's gonna be a good night. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the morning. So that was a good night. A little noisy. I think it was because it was a Friday night, but overall it was a nice day. I think today's going to be fairly moderate day. One little climb, I think, and I think Ovando's maybe about 30 miles away, so. I made it to the town of Ovando, but when I was pulling up here, somebody told me that it's all closed for the season, even though it's like mid-August. I'm just gonna ride through it anyway. I might just have to take the highway to Lincoln because I don't feel like doing any 4,000 feet of climbing today, so let's see. Yep, this place is sure closed for the season. So I don't know what that guy was trying to tell me on the highway, saying that this place was closed for the season. They're completely open. I even told the people inside, and they said, what is that guy talking about? I don't know if that's what he was trying to tell me. Sounded like it. But anyway, I am here in Ovando. Staying in a hotel, really nice room. Gotta take a shower, kind of reorganize everything. And today was actually the best ride I've had so far on this trip. It was a short day, but it's a very enjoyable ride. So now I'm just going for a little walk about 10 minutes away from where I'm staying to this restaurant, eating some food. Then probably just being lazy for the rest of the day, and I think I deserve it. Tomorrow I am going to go to the town of Lincoln, which is about, don't quote me on this, I think it's about like 40 miles away. So I will see you guys tomorrow. So according to this, the route that I was going to take this morning is closed. So I don't know if that's what the guy was trying to tell me yesterday, but I am going to have to take an alternative route to Lincoln. So I was originally gonna stop here in Lincoln for the day, but it's only 12:30, so I'm gonna go about 25 more miles to Llama Ranch. Okay. The last 2.5 miles of this hill were probably the steepest, rockiest. Oh my gosh. That was, I'm tired. All right, I made it here to the Llama Ranch. I'm glad I got that climb out of the way. I'm exhausted. So that is the end of day 13. I rode 55 miles. I'm glad that I continued on from Lincoln all the way here to the Llama Ranch, because that climb, I'm so glad I got it out of the way. The last 2.5 miles was so steep, so loose, so rocky. Felt like I was pushing my bike for hours. I really don't know how long it really took me, but it felt like hours. And tomorrow, I'm going to be heading to Helena. It's about 40 miles, and I will be taking a rest day there. I feel like when I take rest days, they really help me out just getting through the tough stuff. So I'm gonna be sleeping good. I got a cot here. I don't have to set up my tent or get out my sleeping bag. It was raining just a second ago, so you know how much I love setting up my tent in the rain. So, but yeah, another day in the books, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Slept good last night. At one point, though, it got so windy. I thought the little tiny house I was sleeping in was gonna get ripped off and go to the Wizard of Oz or something. I am headed to Helena, which I believe is the capital of Montana. I'm gonna take my time, enjoy the day. Looks like it's gonna be a good day. Good morning, Mrs. Cow. I got a long climb ahead of me. You got any tips? No? Okay. My legs, they don't want to seem to work today. I think it's my body trying to tell me that it needs to take a break. And I keep on telling it, you're gonna get a break tomorrow, but just gotta push through this last section. All right, so if you haven't noticed, with the previous videos, when I don't film a lot on a particular day, that means it was a very tough day, and today was one of them. So let me do a little recap of today's ride. I walked a lot. It was hot. The sun was blazing today. When I got to the highway, it started pouring rain and hailing pretty much until I got to my hotel. So a rough day, but it's over. Tomorrow I won't be filming anything unless something comes up. I don't think anything's gonna come up. And yeah, I will see you in 2 days. Good morning, everyone. It is day 16. I am just outside of Helena, about to ride 45 miles to a town called Basin. I'm taking an alternative route from the Great Divide today. There's supposed to be a pretty gnarly climb for many miles on this particular section, so I decided to just take the easy route today, because why not? I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody, just trying to enjoy this whole adventure. So we are almost 30 miles into the ride. I think there's probably only about 15 miles to Basin, so we're doing really good. It's almost 1 o'clock. There's a town before Basin though called Boulder, where I'm probably gonna stop. Hopefully they have a gas station. So I've noticed that in Montana, it usually likes to rain in the afternoons. So I'm used to it now. So that is the end of day 16. I rode 47 miles. There was one big climb, and it did rain in the afternoon, but that stuff doesn't faze me as much anymore, because it's something I pretty much have to deal with every day. I'm staying in the Basin Community Hall for $5. Is something they provide for anybody who's riding their bike. Tomorrow should be another, I think tomorrow's going to be another enjoyable day. We're going to the town of Butte, and I believe it is about the same distance I rode today. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is day 17. Had a really good night here at the Basin Community Hall. Today we are going to be heading to Butte. It is about 40 miles away. So I believe I made it to the top of the only real climb for today. I'm 21 miles in, and it's only 11:30. Another day, another pizza. So today I rode from Basin to Butte, and that was 39 miles. Not too bad of a ride today. I got to the hotel at about 2:30. So, and I think I left this morning like at 8 o'clock. So I'm not good at math. How many hours was that? Hold on. So that was like 6 hours. Tomorrow I will be heading to hopefully a little town called Wise River, where they have a community center where I can hopefully sleep in. Another day in the books. Day 17? Has it been 17 days? Let me look at my notes. Yeah, it's the end of day 17. I will see you in the morning. Oh man, this wind won't let up. Directly into my face, a headwind, non-stop. Except for this little section here. I was going downhill, it became a tailwind, and I went like almost like 40 miles per hour, which I think is like the fastest I've ever been on my bike. It's so windy! I just wanted the wind to stop! Por favor! You know, I always have to look up what day it is because it's really hard to remember. So that is the end of day 18. I rode all the way to the little town of Wise River, and behind me is the community center. It's actually a really nice community center. They have cots, so you don't have to sleep on the floor. There's a convenience store right across the street, and then just around the corner there was a restaurant. The ride here was half of the ride here was pretty difficult. It was a headwind, like a 30 mile per hour headwind, and then it started raining too, of course, usually always at around 2 o'clock. I got used to the rain, but the wind, that was pretty gnarly. So tomorrow I plan on going another 50 miles to a Banff State Park. Hopefully the wind isn't crazy and it's a pretty good ride tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is day 19. Just about 10 miles from Wise River, and I'm headed to, I'm not sure yet, maybe Banff State Park, which is 55 miles away. It's mostly going to be road riding, so I don't know how much I'm going to film today. Well, good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? Eating some, sniffing butts? Eating some, sorry. Okay, sorry, bye. Okay, so there has been a change of plans. I am actually in a town called Dillon, not at a campground. I did ride an extra 20 miles. I rode 73 miles today, and I'm pretty tired. I mean, it was mostly road today, but a lot of hills. I would say probably the last 20 miles, it was like hill after hill after hill, so I did a lot of walking. I'm taking a rest day tomorrow. I don't think I mentioned that, but if I did, I'm gonna say it again. I'm taking a rest day tomorrow. You know, I feel like I've taken a lot of rest days today. Not today. I can't even talk, that's how tired I am. My brain can't comprehend sentences right now. But yeah, I feel like I've taken a lot of more rest days than I originally thought I was gonna do. But I'm okay with that. This ride is about not how fast I can do it and how many miles I can do a day, but it's more about just enjoying the experience. And if I go slower than most people, which honestly, it seems like I am going slower than most people, but that's okay. So I'd rather enjoy it than be just 100% sufferfest. So I probably won't record anything tomorrow unless something comes up. And yeah, I will see you in a couple of days. Good morning, everyone. It is day 21. I am just leaving the town of Dillon. I think I made a good decision to take a rest day because I feel really good right now. I feel like I can go pretty far, but today is only about 55 miles to another little town of Lima. So I've been, I've been climbing this hill for what seems for forever. The reason I'm I can't even talk. Talk to you later. Okay, I don't know if I could talk. So I climbed up this this really long hill, 6 miles. Sorry, it's really tired. And the road was just so rocky. I pushed it all the way, but I think, fingers crossed, that I'm at the top, and eventually we'll meet back to the highway. All right, an update. I can't explain to you how frustrated I am and mad at myself, and I just want to go home feeling. As you can see, let me show you. I am in the middle of a field right now. There's really no road from where I last, when I was at the top. I see the highway. I should have just took the freaking highway because I can even see where I started the climb. I guess this is part of the whole journey, but I can't explain to you how frustrated I am right now. Hopefully I get out of here. I think I am out of it. That was horrible. I ran over cactus and somehow, I have no idea, my tire didn't go flat. I have no idea. Don't worry, if you're riding the Great Divide, you don't have to worry about this section unless you did what I did and went to Dillon and then you're trying to go to Lima. Then you will have to do this, but yeah, just don't. So today I rode 59 miles. I am in the town of Lima. I'm not sure if it's Lima or Lima. I've been calling it Lima, so I'm gonna call it Lima, so I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I am in the, what's this place called? Mountain View Motel and RV Park. It cost me only $69, which is pretty good. Today was a lot tougher than I thought it was gonna be. Mostly because of that climb. It was the biggest detour that I've taken so far. The climb up, I pushed my bike most of the way because it was just rocks and it was just so rocky. There's no way to ride your bike. And on the way down was a lot worse than going up because you could tell that nobody ever takes that way. It was so overgrown, I couldn't tell where the road was. I had to push my bike and just kind of figure out where to go. And then there was one point where I was just like, how do I get out of here? And I rode over a cactus. My front tire rode over a cactus, and I have no idea how that did not give me a flat tire, because it was these two big balls of cactus with all these needles in the tire. I had to use my hands to swipe it off, and I got it on my hands, but I was able to pull them out of my fingers. And the crazy thing is I'm running tubes. I'm not running tubeless. So whatever kind of tube I have in there and the tire that I have on it, it's pretty good, because I have no idea how that tire did not go flat. Tomorrow will probably be my last day in Montana. I am going to try to get to this campground that's about, I think, 55 miles away. And I haven't slept in my tent in like almost a week. I'm trying to figure out it was before Llama Ranch. Wherever I was before Llama Ranch. Was it? I have no idea. It's hard to keep track of everything. But it's been a really long time since I slept in my tent. try to get my voice back. I feel like I lost my voice today. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. I am just outside of Lima. How was I pronouncing it? I don't know. Lima or Lima. I'm just outside of it. Just a few miles. And today I'm gonna be riding around 50 miles to a campground. And yeah, I think today and tomorrow is supposed to be no major climbs, which is good. But I'm riding into a headwind ever since I left, so. So that is the end of day 22. I rode 57 miles. I am at a campground called Upper Lakes. So tomorrow we will be going into Idaho. Very shortly, I think maybe only 2 days, and then we'll be in Wyoming. Yeah, today, you know, I should stop saying, oh yeah, today's gonna be an easy day, because the ride would have been easy, but it was just a headwind like 75% of the time, and it was just non-stop headwind. There's no easy days on this ride. Every day is a challenge. So just gonna chill for the rest of the night, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It is day 23. It was a really, really windy night last night. There were some parts of the night where I thought this tent was gonna blow away, but it didn't. So for a $90 tent, it's pretty good. Today we are going to be headed into Idaho, about 62 miles to a campground called Warm Rivers Campground. So I think we are in Idaho now. Bye, Montana. You've been good. I did have a little bit of an accident on the way. The last shot you probably saw, I turned around, went past the camera, and right behind the camera was a cattle guard, and my dumbass thought I could just turn around on a cattle guard. No, you can't. So my tire got stuck between the cattle guard, my leg fell down in the cattle guard. I was able to get out of it, a little cut up on my leg. The tire, I think the tire got out of alignment a little bit. Not like horrible, but I think it is. And also the stem on the tire somehow got loose, so air was coming out of it. But I was able to kind of adjust it, I guess, so that the air would stay in. And I've been riding for a few miles and the air is still in it. So I hope to fix the front tire, the alignment on it, because the next bike shop is, I think, like 4 or 5 days away. So yeah, interesting day so far. Got some cows in front of me. Let's see if they'll move. Moo! 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 Thank you. So that is the end of day 24. I rode 66 miles today. I tried to see if I could fix my tire from wobbling, but I wasn't able to. And I also believe that I pinched the tube. It would hold air for a while, but it would gradually lose it, so I ended up just changing the tube. I also got news that a certain section from Coulter Bay to Pinedale, that there's a fire. So I am going to be rerouting my way to Pinedale. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll get to Coulter Bay and then go down to Jackson, Wyoming. Hopefully get a bike shop to fix my tire. From Jackson, it'll be a couple days to Pinedale, where we can go back onto the official route. I think from Pinedale begins the Great Basin, so I just want to make sure everything's good on the bike before I head into that. And yeah, I will see you in the morning. Let's climb up a hill. Give me a sec. Good morning, everyone. Today, hopefully, if everything goes to plan and no issues, I should be in Wyoming today. Hopefully Coulter Bay. I know the camera can't really pick it up, but if you look really, really far in the distance, those are the Tetons. I am in Wyoming now. There wasn't any sign or any notification that I am in Wyoming, but according to this, I am. So Idaho was really short, and then another state, Wyoming. Actually feeling pretty good today. Done 22 miles and rode for 3 hours so far. Yeah, so far a good day. Yay. You know, at one point this was also the same color as this, but not anymore. So that is the end of day 24. I rode 62. I should always check this stuff before I start to record. 65 miles today. So kind of a big day today. The last 3 days I've been pretty long miles, more miles than I was planning on doing, but I did it anyway. So the plan now is I'm going to be riding to Jackson tomorrow. I was about to say it's going to be a fairly easy day, but I told myself I'm not going to say that anymore. But it's 40 miles or so. I am going to try to get to a bike shop to fix my tire. I was going to ride from Jackson to Pinedale, but a group of people that I've been riding on and off for the past few days now convinced me to take a shuttle to Pinedale. The road is just really sketchy and there's no real shoulder. So yeah, I'm okay with that. What else am I gonna say? yeah, I think that's it. Good night, and I will see you in the morning. Morning, everyone. I'm leaving a lot earlier than I was hoping to today, just because there's something wrong with my tire. I pumped it up before I went to bed, like a lot, and this morning it was just completely flat. And I'm pretty sure it's not the tube. I try to get to the bike shop as soon as I can so I can just kind of get this situation figured out. So that's the plan for today. All right, I found a bike shop. Hopefully this issue can be fixed. So I dropped my bike off at the bike shop. He told me that he could finish it up today, because I don't have another option because I'm going to be taking a shuttle tomorrow. So I told him that. This is my first time in Jackson, and it is a very, very touristy town. Alright, so that is the end of day 26. I don't think I filmed that much today. Dude, I'm on a busy street. Let me go talk somewhere else. Alright, an update on... I'm getting eaten by ants. Shit. It is very difficult to find a place in this town where it's not so noisy. But anyway, so an update on the bike. The reason why I was getting a flat tire is because of the cactus I ran over, I think it was like 4 days ago on the way to Lima. So that issue is taken care of. The wobbling of the wheel though, I was told that the rim is no good anymore and that I need to get a new one. And the issue with that is that my rim is unique. That's what I was told. You have to special order that specific rim. So I came to the conclusion that I am just going to have to deal with the wobble for the rest of the trip. And that's fine because it's really not that bad. I was more concerned about getting the flat tire over and over again. So I am staying in a hostel. It's kind of a weird hostel, to be honest with you. It's only the second hostel I ever stayed in, but they wanted me to leave my bike outside, but I talked to one of the people who worked there and they told me I can leave my bike inside. Tomorrow, I don't know how much I'm going to be filming over the next 2 days. I'm taking a day off in Pinedale and getting a shuttle tomorrow to Pinedale. Today I rode 40 miles in 3 hours, which I think is the best I've ever ridden my bike. But it was mostly flat, so I had that to my advantage. Anything else? Nope. I'm gonna call it a night, and hopefully I'll see you in the morning. Well, hello everyone from a hotel room here in the town of Pinedale. Yesterday morning I took the shuttle from Jackson, got here pretty early, just a little before 10 o'clock. So had to kill some time before I was able to check in. Just down the road, that away, is a museum, Mountain Man Museum, which was pretty cool. And I also ate a lot of food, which was also pretty cool. Tomorrow, I will be heading out to, I don't think I'm going to be reaching it tomorrow, but we're headed towards the Great Basin. For those of you who don't know, it is very remote. There's no towns out there. Very little water. The next town that we will be getting to, or major town, I think there's one town along the way called Atlantic City. This is a very, very small town, but the next major town is Rawlins, which I'm planning on getting there in about 4 days, maybe 5 days, I don't know. So yeah, if anything else comes up today, I will let you know, but if not, I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Back on the road again after a 2.5 day break, which was really good. My body appreciated that. I'm about to head out into, I think in the middle of nowhere. Hold on a sec. Oh, no, he's gonna go in front of me. Never mind. Yeah, so we're about to go out into the boonies for a few days. Goal is to go about 55 miles. I'm 35 miles in, and I was planning on doing about 54, and it's only 11:30, and I'm feeling pretty good. It's not too much climbing so far, pretty flat, and no shade at all. So yeah, very different. All right, so I feel like I didn't film that much today. Honestly, it's because there wasn't really much to see. I rode 80 miles today, which is the most I've ridden so far on this trip. I was gonna film this outside, but it's just so windy right now. I really don't know where I'm gonna end up tomorrow. I could do another 80 miles to get to a reservoir, and then the following day be in the town of Rawlins. I think it just depends on how I feel. I looked at the map and it shows that it's, for the most part, it's downhill to this reservoir. I don't know. I gotta play it by ear and just kind of go as far as I want to tomorrow. I hope this tent doesn't fall over, man. It is so windy right now. I'm just gonna chill out for the rest of the night, and I will see you in the morning. Well, good morning, everyone. From the side of the road, somewhere in Wyoming. Slept pretty good. I pitched my tent on a slant, so I was like rolling over most of the night. I had to use one of my dry bags to kind of prop me up from rolling over. But other than that, I slept pretty good. There was also a cow mooing. I think it was lost or it was trying to find its group, but it just kept on mooing and mooing. But eventually went away. Today, I don't know. Like I said yesterday, the farthest I would go is 85 miles. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. I had muscle spasms in my leg last night, and they still kind of hurt. So, and yeah, it's kind of hard to plan where to go on this section because there's just nothing. stopping really quick because I wanted to show you what I am, where I am currently. Absolutely nothing as far as the eye can see. Oh my gosh, that was insane. I thought the tent was gonna blow away, but somehow it didn't. It did get a little wet inside, but man, I thought it was gonna break. I'm really glad that I set the tent up when I did, because I was riding along this road right here. I was planning on doing like 17 more miles, but I could see in the distance in this direction lightning, and you could tell it was a big storm coming. So I figured I'd just come up on the side of the road over here and camp here for the night. Oh, that was insane. It was really crazy. So today I did 70 miles. Tomorrow I will be getting into the town of Rawlins. Probably going to be taking the day off. Gotta clean, like, this whole tent, it's so messy inside, and I need to wash my clothes because I smell. I woke up this morning and I said, oh my gosh, what is that smell? And it was me. Hopefully that's the end of the storm for tonight and I can enjoy a night in the middle of nowhere. Good morning, everyone. It was an okay night. It did rain and got windy a couple times, but nothing like yesterday afternoon. I'm leaving a little bit earlier than I usually do, just because I got 65 miles to get to Rawlins, and I really want to get there. Everything that I have, my gear, my clothes, me, smells like a garbage can. So tomorrow is a cleaning day for me. I believe it's not supposed to rain. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can make it to Rawlins with no issues. Good morning. This guy just wants to follow me. I think this guy really likes me. See you later, guys. You know, I didn't think I was gonna make it here. I ran out of water and I was trying my best to conserve the water that I had. It was really hard. Today I rode 70 miles. Yesterday I rode 70 miles. And 2 days ago from Pinedale I rode 80 miles. So a lot more miles than I was originally planning on doing. I did the Great Basin in 3 days, and I was gonna do it in 4 days, but it's just one of those places you just kind of want to get it over with. So I'm glad that I did the miles that I did. My body doesn't appreciate it. So tomorrow I am going to be taking a rest day to wash my clothes, because this morning when I woke up, I can't describe the smell, but let's just say I smell horrible. I still have one more riding day in Wyoming, but yeah, we're almost to the border of Colorado, which I'm looking forward to. So if I don't talk to you tomorrow, I will see you in a couple of days. Good morning, everyone. I am staring in the sun, so let me turn my head a little bit. There you go. Good morning, everyone. I am back on the road again, feeling good. I enjoyed my rest day yesterday. Got everything I wanted to do accomplished. And yeah, we're going back to a leisurely pace. That meaning averaging somewhere around 50 miles. So I was just climbing up this really big hill, and a guy in a truck pulled over and told me, hey, when you get to the top, there's a ice chest full of water and soda and some snacks that you're welcome to help yourself to. And I got here and it was like, wow, this is a lot more than I was expecting. I thought it was just gonna be like jugs of water and a little ice chest, but it's this really big ice chest, and there's so much. There's soda, there's water, there's Powerade, and then he's also got these 2 containers full of snacks. Says his name is Jim. So Jim, if for some reason you're watching this, what you're doing here is really, really cool and very generous of you. I have found myself a spot for the night. It's actually pretty nice. It's in the shade underneath the trees just off the road here. I was worried I wasn't going to find a spot in the shade because it's a really hot day today, but yeah, this spot will do. Today I rode 54 miles, which yeah, it was a pretty good day. I mean, there isn't a day where I don't walk up a hill, but yeah, I mean, I think that rest yesterday, I know it helped a lot, so I felt pretty strong this morning. So tomorrow I hope to get to Steamboat Lake. I believe that's what it's called. There's a campground by a lake, and I believe that's what it's called, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. That's pretty much it for today. Just gonna relax for the rest of the afternoon and evening, and I will see you in the morning. All right, good morning, everyone. We are only a few miles away from the Colorado border. I'd say maybe like 8 miles away, which means another state down, which feels really good. And only 2 more states to go. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just wanted to film you guys. Okay, let's see, what am I gonna do here? Okay, you guys, I just want to pass through, okay? I just want to pass through. Sorry. Oh, I thank you. Almost through, sorry. Sorry, guys. Yeah, just go that way. Okay. Oh, it just keeps on going and going and going. I do believe we're in Colorado now, which is pretty cool. And the scenery is a lot more interesting to look at than the last few days. And we don't really have that much farther to go today. I'm staying at the campground in Steamboat State Park, and there's supposed to be a restaurant not too far away from it. I have made it to the campground for tonight. It's in Steamboat Lake State Park, and it's a really nice campground. Lots of spots, nobody really here. Clean bathroom, got showers, water, everything that I need. So it should be a good night. Before I came here, I went down the street to the cafe and had a really good steak sandwich. I really needed it because the last half of the ride was a lot more climbing than I was expecting. It just kept on going on for miles and miles and miles. I did 54 miles? No. Hold on, let me check. I never know how many miles I do. I should just look this up before I do it. 52 miles. I was off by 2 miles. So 52 miles today. Tomorrow should be fairly a short day. I think only 30 miles to Steamboat. And yeah. Just gonna enjoy the night, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I woke up at 4:30 this morning thinking about food, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So today it's going to be a short day, like I said, and I'm going to eat as much food as I possibly can. Challenges of having a bike and going to a hotel room. All right, almost there. All right, we can do this. Come on. Almost. Push it. Push it. Come on. One more. So a short day today, only 29 miles. It's crazy to think that a month ago, I thought 29 miles was a lot of riding, but now I think it's nothing now. So times have changed. Tomorrow I will be heading out of Steamboat Springs. This town is a really very outdoorsy town. It's a ski town. There's a ski resort just on the other side of the hotel here. I would definitely come back here. It looks like there's a lot of cool stuff to do, but we will have to be moving on tomorrow, about 50 miles maybe. Not really sure what we'll be getting into, what sort of terrain it is, but we'll find out tomorrow. So, it's always hard leaving town, especially when you're in a hotel room. Nice bed, all the food that you can eat. Yeah, it's always a challenge, but I did it. Depending on how I feel today, I have two options of places to camp tonight. About maybe 45, and if I go extra 10 miles, there's another one, so we'll see. Another day completed. I ended up going past the campground that I was originally gonna stay at. To be honest with you, I didn't even see it, so I'm kind of glad that I came here. This is an actual campground. I did 54 miles to this campground called Radium Campground, somewhere in Colorado. I think about 12 miles from a town called Kremling, which I will be going to tomorrow morning to hopefully get some good breakfast. If not, just a Subway sandwich. That's totally fine with me too. So when I was riding today, I was contemplating on whether or not to ride all the way to Silverthorne tomorrow. My plan was or is to ride it, to get there in 2 days from now. But if I take the highway, I believe from Kremling all the way to Silverthorne, it's 42 miles, and then 12 miles from where I am right now. So that's 54 miles, I think. Whoops. Oh, wind. You ruined it. The wind is always a problem. I can't get away from the wind. So what was I saying? Yeah, so tomorrow, I better finish this up. So yeah, so tomorrow, we'll find out what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. So I have decided that I'm gonna push through and go all the way to Silverthorne today. But we're gonna stop in Kremling first to get some breakfast. I am trying to stick to a schedule now. I'm since I'm getting closer to the end, I'm trying to stick to a schedule every day. And me doing this, going all the way to Silverthorne, I am going to be a day ahead. So I told myself if I do this, I can take 2 days off, which I am going to do. And I'm looking forward to it. Change of plans. I think I'm just going to call it a short day today and stay in Kremling. I didn't realize that there's going to be such a climb out of that campground. Oh, what time is it? It's like almost like 3 hours of just climbing. I'm so exhausted. Let's do half a day or quarter of a day and then ride the highway into Silverthorne tomorrow. So I have made it to the town of Kremling. I only rode 20 miles today, but it was a tough 20 miles from where I was staying till pretty much until you got to Kremling. It was just a constant uphill that just kept on going and going. You would think you would hit the summit, but then right around the corner it just kept on going up. So that's why I'm calling it a day here, because it just took a lot out of me. And I mean, I probably could have made it to Silverthorne, but it's a nice town, so I'll just spend the night here. Tomorrow, though, we will be getting to Silverthorne. I'm taking the highway, which is an alternate route. I don't know if I've said this before or not, but I'll say it again. I don't mind taking alternate routes. I don't need to ride every inch of the Great Divide. If there's an easier way to get to one point to the other, I'm gonna take it, and that's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. So yeah, if nothing else comes up, I will just talk to you tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. I am about to head out of town. There's a chance of rain in the afternoon, so hopefully I can get to Silverthorne before that happens. I was kind of worried. I mean, not worried, but I don't think many people take this way. But so far, it's really, for a highway, it's not that many cars. And the shoulder is like super big, so far so good. So this section I just did was about 10 miles around the reservoir. It was so enjoyable. It was one of the most enjoyable little sections of this trip. It's not even part of the official route. So I'm really glad that I came this way just to do that part, because I was doing research about this section last night, and I know people from nearby towns come here just to ride this little 10-mile road around the reservoir, so definitely worth it. Well, hello everyone. That is the end of the day for me. I rode 41 miles today, and it was I really enjoyed it. That ride around the reservoir on the side road, I don't know what it was about it, but I just really enjoyed it. I really did. So I'm in Silverthorne. I'm going to be taking a day off tomorrow. I should have done this a long time ago, but I'm gonna change the brake pads because I'm pretty sure it's just metal now. I have less than 1,000 miles to go, so it's still, I still got, I think about 3.5, 4 more weeks to go, which is, it's a long time, but yeah, it's starting to feel like we're getting close to the end. So if I don't talk to you tomorrow, I will just see you in a couple days. Good morning, everyone. I am back on the road again. About to leave the town of Silverthorne. About to head out about 30 miles from here. We got a couple towns to go through. Not too far of a distance today. Taking it easy. I have made it to the campground for tonight. It's about 33 miles from where I started this morning. It's called Selkirk Campground. Kind of in the middle of nowhere, but there's a few people around, and it looks like a pretty decent place, so it will do for tonight. The climb today was 13 miles, and surprisingly, it was an easy 13-mile climb. That's because it was very gradual the entire way. The reason I believe it's like that is because at one point it was an old railroad. So I wish all the climbs were like that, but getting those type of climbs once in a while, it's better than nothing. So tomorrow I'm going to be going to the town of Hartselle. Hartselle? Hartselle. It's about 40 miles away. And I believe, according to my research, they let you camp behind the restaurant. So if that's true or not, I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, good day today. Just gonna chill for the rest of the night, eat my leftover Subway, and yeah, I will see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I am headed out, climbing this big hill out of the campground. It was a really cold night last night. Right now it's like 35 degrees, so hopefully it will warm up soon enough. And yeah, it's hard to breathe. I think we're at 10,500 feet, and I can feel it. I can feel it. So this road I'm on right now is probably the worst road I've been on this whole entire trip. 90% of it is super washboardy, and I don't understand the people who are driving on this road right now are driving so fast but not slowing down or like kind of moving over. I've been getting dusted out every time a car comes by. I just got hit in the face with a rock by another car that just drove by. I would say this whole ride, everybody's been really considerate in cars, except for this section here for some reasons. I got 18 more miles to go to get this done with. So let's try to do it as fast as I can. And here comes another car going super fast. That was quite the day today. I made it to the town of Hartselle, rode 40 miles today, and yeah, that road, well, the road coming down the mountain was okay, but once we got off the mountain, the road just became, like I said, 90% of that road from the bottom of the mountain till I got to this town was washboard, really rough, and I don't know what it was. The whole trip, I mean, majority of people have always been very considerate when they're driving past me. They go move over to the side or they slow down to not dust me out, but today, except for maybe 2 people, it was horrible. They were going so fast. I got dusted out multiple times, and it was it just wasn't enjoyable. I also saw a rabbit get ran over by a truck, which was not very fun to see, and I lost one of my gloves, but there's a gas station just right next to where I'm staying, which is behind a restaurant. I got replacement gloves for $3. I wear them more just to keep my hands warm in the morning than actually riding my bike, so they will do. Tomorrow we're going to be getting into the town of Salida. I think it's about the same amount of miles that I did today to get there to Salida tomorrow, and I think it's the same type of road, a washboardy road, the whole way there. So, but I could be wrong, I don't know, I am just guessing. So yeah, I was gonna make this video outside, but it got really windy, so I just decided to do it in here, and gonna watch a movie on my phone, and yeah, I will see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I am back on the washboard road, heading to Salida today, about 50 miles. So hopefully the road isn't like this the entire way, because that would be horrible. Last night I slept actually pretty good, even though I was next to a bunch of dumpsters in the back of a restaurant that didn't seem to close till late in the night. I slept pretty good. The road has finally improved. I was just dealing with a washboard for such a long time, going so slow because of it. But it looks like ahead of us, we're going to go be back in the trees. Nothing really out here. A lot of people living out here though in their trailers. But yeah, it looks like I'm almost done with this section, so into the trees we go. Okay, I was wrong. I thought we were gonna go into the trees. It looked like we were, but nope. I get to go into a headwind instead. Lucky me. So somewhere along the way today, I'm not really sure when this happened, but my water bottle cage snapped a little bit. I think that is going to do. Yeah. So today I rode 50 miles all the way to the town of Salida, where I will be spending the night. The ride today was, well, the first half of the ride, it was just how it was yesterday. The road was so washboardy. It's so hard to ride on, where it's just boom, 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 boom. It was tough. The second half of the ride, it was an uphill, but at the very end, it was a really nice long downhill all the way to town. It did rain on the way down, and there was a headwind, and it was freezing, but it was a very enjoyable downhill. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Gonna enjoy sleeping in a bed, and yeah, see you in the morning. So I'm about to start the climb up Marshall Pass. I believe it's around 10,500 feet up. And then once we get to the top, it's about a 15 mile or so downhill all the way to the town of Sargents, where I will be spending the night. This road used to be a railroad at one point, so it should be pretty gradual the entire way up. Made it. Marshall Pass, elevation 10,842. So what goes up must come down. We got a nice long downhill coming up. I have made it to the town of Sargents, staying in the campground. It's called Tomichi Creek Trading Post. Had a great lunch / dinner, and they serve breakfast, so I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. I rode 47 miles today over another pass. It was very gradual, but it just kind of kept on going and going and going. I think it was a total of 20 miles. When I got to the top, really long downhill, and it was freezing because it was raining, and we were just at a high altitude, so it was just cold. But I made it. Tomorrow, I'm trying to get to a campground about, let's see, about 45 miles away. I don't think it's any major climbing, but who knows. But yeah, it's all right day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I just had a very delicious breakfast and back on the road. There's supposed to be thunderstorms early in the afternoon, so trying my best to get to the campground before that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm going to try to get as close to the campground before it starts raining. So came sooner than I thought. I'm kind of used to it already. So hopefully it doesn't go on for that long. Let's see. You know, I'm pretty sure I said this before, but when I don't record anything on a particular day, that means it was a really challenging and miserable day, and that is how today is. You know, it started raining, and I said, "Oh, I'm used to the rain," and I think Mother Nature. I mean, it's starting to rain right now. Mother Nature must have heard me and decided to make it pour. It poured so hard. Everything, all my clothes are covered in mud, and it rained for felt like a long time, but I think maybe like 2 hours, non-stop rain, heavy rain and wind. And then when it stopped, the sun, it was still cloudy, so there was no sun, so there was no way for my clothes to dry, and I was completely drenched, and I was freezing. But eventually, the sun came out for a little bit, and I was able to, my clothes were able to dry off. But like I said, it's starting to rain right now, so, but I think the heavy rain was this morning. I don't think it's going to be like that anytime today, hopefully. But yeah, that was a miserable, I'm being honest, it was a miserable day, and I did not enjoy it at all. But that's just one day. Tomorrow is a new day. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Hopefully it's better. Well, it's a very, very cold morning. If you look at this field over here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's all frosted. I think we're over 10,000 feet. So it was a pretty cold night last night. I'm starting pretty early because I'm very, very eager to get to town and just take a break. I think we have one climb that's coming up real soon, and then downhill for the most part, all the way to Del Norte. So as you can see, I'm on the highway right now, which might be a little bit confusing, but I'll let you know later what's going on or what happened. So, as you can see, I have another flat tire. The last 5 or 10 miles, the shoulder was overgrown with vegetation, and I ran over something. I already pulled it out. Something, it was not a cactus, but it was something pokey. So, let's change this tire out. So I'm using the tube that I patched whenever that was. I don't even remember. I think it was in Jackson? I think it was Jackson, yeah, doesn't matter. But yeah, the air's staying in there, at least for right now. So we'll see how good of a patch job I did on this tube. Fingers crossed that it'll stay inflated. But anyway, I think it is time to talk about what happened yesterday and what I plan on doing for the remainder of the ride. I don't know how many takes I've done so far recording this. I thought I would have gotten better at talking to the camera by now, but not quite there yet. Soon, hopefully, though. But anyway, yesterday. So yesterday I decided to take an alternate route that was supposed to be 10 miles shorter than the official route. I put it in Ride with GPS and I put it in Google Maps and it gave me the same route. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take the easy route. Save me 10 miles. Cool. So I left really early. Was it yesterday? I can't. When I'm doing this whole trip, I can't remember what day it is or all that stuff. So, but anyway, I left in the morning, really early, and I eventually get to the cutoff where you make a right onto this dirt road, and I rode it about 4 or 5 miles until I got to a very rocky, very steep, very muddy 4x4 trail. And I should have just turned around. There and went back, but I gotta save those 10 miles. So I pushed my bike up this road for I have no idea how long, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I get to the top, ride a little bit, and my GPS tells me to go left. And I look to my left, and there's no road at all. So I look at my phone at the map, and I can see that there's a road beyond these trees. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go through the trees and just kind of see if I can get through it and make it to this road. And I shouldn't have done that because it just became really thick and there's no way I could get my bike through this tree, through the trees. So I said, okay, I gotta go back. I gotta turn around. So I rode all the way back to the highway. It's about 12:30 when I got there, and I still needed to go 52 miles to get to the motel that I already paid for. So I told myself, I already paid for this motel. I'm not gonna waste my money. I'm just gonna ride the highway all the way. And I eventually got here a little after 7. I was trying to beat the sun trying to get here before the sun set, and I did just a little after. And when I got here, I was in so much pain. Everything hurt. It hurt so much that I started crying. I'll admit that I did. I've never felt that way before, and it really took a lot out of me. I rode 85 miles yesterday, and I know that's not a lot to some people, but for me, that's the most I've ridden on this whole entire trip. And yeah, it took a lot out of me. So I decided not to quit. I gotta finish this thing. I'm almost there. But I'm gonna be taking highways most of the way, at least to Pie Town, where I'm gonna meet my parents. And then after that, I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do after that. So yeah. Tomorrow I go on a ride about 40 miles to a town called Alamoso. I think that's what it's called. And then I'm gonna take another rest day there just to get back, try to get my body back to 100% as much as I can. I'm not there yet, so, but hopefully I can get it back to somewhere close to that. So yeah, I underestimated this thing. I did. But I think this is considered type 2 fun, which means you don't really enjoy when you're actually doing it, but when you look back on it, you have good memories. So yeah. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hope I caught you up with everything that happened yesterday and what I plan on doing for the remainder of this trip. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. So I still don't feel 100% better, but I'm getting there. Tomorrow I'm taking another rest day, and I think that should be good enough to get back to normal. I had to change my tube again because the tube that I used, the one that I patched, well, I guess I didn't do a very good job because it was slowly losing air. So when I get to town, Alamosa, I have two places I want to go. One, I want to get Mexican food because I'm craving Mexican food. I've only eaten it once. This I just swallowed a fly. Oh geez, sorry. I've only eaten Mexican food one time this whole trip, and I'm used to eating Mexican food all the time, so I'm craving it. And also go to a bike shop to get some extra tubes because I always like to carry. Jesus. Sorry. That fly just got in my throat. What was I talking about? You know, I also forgot to mention, when you're taking these country back roads, a lot of these homes, they just let their dogs run around wherever. So it just happened, I'd say 2 times today I've been chased by dogs. And then the other day when I was doing the long 87-mile ride, I got chased by like 3 different dogs. So it's a nice quiet road, but just gotta watch out for those dogs. So today was a pretty good day. I rode 49 miles. It was all flat, and the roads that I took were all country back roads where there was barely any cars. It was good weather, and I got here I think only like 4 hours to get here, which is pretty good for me. I got to eat Mexican food, was very good. I also went to the bike shop in town, got 2 extra tubes and a replacement water bottle cage, which I'm gonna change out tomorrow. And yeah, this is where I'm staying. Seems like a nice hotel to take a break again. It's supposed to rain tomorrow too, so another benefit of taking the day off tomorrow. And yeah, I'm almost back to normal. Almost there. So anyway, if I don't talk to you tomorrow, I'll see you in a couple days. So I'm feeling a lot better today. I'm glad I took another day off, not just to heal my body, but it rained pretty heavy in the afternoon yesterday. So I'm really glad I didn't have to ride in that. But anyway, I am headed about 40, I think like 40 miles to a little town called, what's it called? Starts with an A. Antonito. Yes, a little town called Antonito. I really enjoyed my stay here. Oh, here's a dog. It's gonna chase me. Don't chase me, guys. Please. Bye, guys. See you guys later. This guy wants to chase me. I'm going all the way to Antonito. I don't think I want to go all the way. See you guys later. I told the other guys I'm going all the way to Antonito. It's too far to run. I'll see you later, okay? Bye. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not, but that mountain range over there with all the clouds, it is definitely raining over there. And I'm pretty sure that is where the official route is. So if I took that route, I would be stuck in that right now. And I'm so glad I am not. This morning I was watching the news and they said it was snowing at higher elevations. And I'm pretty sure that mountain range over there is like around 11,000 feet. So it's a good chance it's snowing up there. Hey, buddy. See you later. I have made it to the town of Antonito. I'm sitting in the park. It's a little too early to check in to the motel, but yeah, it was a pretty another pretty easy day. All flat, nice back roads. Some of it was pretty muddy from yesterday's rain, but for the most part it was pretty good. I do have to say though that I do not feel like I'm in Colorado anymore. I'm pretty sure this is what New Mexico is gonna look like. Well, tomorrow actually I'm going to be in New Mexico. Today is my last full day in Colorado, so maybe that's why it doesn't feel like Colorado anymore, because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to the border. You know, when I was riding today, for the first time of this trip, I've been thinking about the next adventure, because I'm pretty close to being done. At the end of the week, I will be meeting up with my parents and my dogs, Lucy and Emma, which I am very excited to see them. This is the longest I've ever been away from home and family, so I'm really excited for the end of the week. So tomorrow, like I said, we're going to be going into New Mexico to a town called Chama, and I believe there's a bit of a climb, but compared to everything else that I've done so far, it should be okay. So hopefully, I don't know, I think so. But anyway, yeah, so I gotta say today, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. I had an okay night last night. Where I stayed was a pretty old building, and you could hear pretty much everything that was going on in that hotel last night. But yeah, it was the only place, it was the only option, so it did the job. I am heading out. Gonna go to a town called Chama, about 50 miles away. So let's do it. So the first climb of the day is completed. La Manga Pass Summit, elevation 10,230 feet. And the second climb of today completed. Cumbres Pass Summit, elevation 10,022 feet. And now it should be all downhill all the way to Charma. We are in New Mexico, the final state. It feels so good. It feels so good. We're in the final state, everybody. Yee-hoo! All right, we're in New Mexico. Doesn't feel real, but it's real. I rode all the way from Canada to New Mexico. It's crazy to think. Still got a little bit of ways to go, but feels really close. Today I rode 50 miles. The climbing today compared to everything else I've done so far, I mean, it still was a challenge, but it wasn't too bad. It's really nice to see the fall colors. I'm from California, Southern California, and I don't see that kind of thing. So it's really cool to be able to see all those leaves changing color and actually experiencing the season of fall. Tomorrow, I'm going to be riding to Abiquiu, which is about I think it's about the same amount of miles I rode today, and shouldn't be too bad. Weather's gonna look good, and yeah, good day today. Really excited to be in New Mexico. Really excited. So anyway, so I gotta say for today, and I'll just see you in the morning. So I had a really good night here at the Elkhorn Lodge. Really comfortable bed. It's just the only issue about this town is that every restaurant is closed. I'm on the border of town, so I'm pretty far away from everything anyway. But yeah, that was the only issue that I had. And I believe today it's not going to be anything besides gas stations along the way. So gas station food it is. So I've gotten to the first gas station I've seen so far, not too far away. Eating my breakfast of, let's see, Sun Chips, Famous Amos, chocolate chip cookies, and a Pepsi. Very healthy. So I have made it to my destination for today in Abiquiu. Staying at a little place called Abiquiu Retreat on the river. It's actually just somebody's house. Her name's Goldie, and she has this little adobe house right here that she lets hikers and bikers stay in for $20. And that is where I'm going to be spending my night. Today I rode 56 miles. Not too bad. Good portion of it had a really wide shoulder for some reason. And I wish it was like that the entire way, but eventually it narrowed and became pretty small, but all the cars are very considerate and they scoot over when they're passing, so not too bad. Also, the scenery is definitely changing. Feel like I am in the Moab, Utah area. Definitely in the desert. Not Wyoming desert, but the desert that I'm used to, so it's pretty cool. Tomorrow I am going to be riding to Cuba, New Mexico. Not Cuba the country. That'd be pretty tough. That's my attempt at making a joke. It was horrible, sorry. But anyway, it's about 60 miles from here. And looking at the elevation, it looks like there's some climbing in it. So I'm going to try to leave around 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I enjoy finishing early afternoons. I feel like every day except for a few days, I always finish early afternoon, and just got used to it, and I enjoy just kind of relaxing for the remainder of the day when I get the chance, like I'm doing right now. So yeah, so I got to say, oh no, that is not all I got to say. Also, today is day 50, believe it or not. Day 50. Hard to believe that I've been doing this for that long, but I looked at the pictures I took in the beginning of the trip, and when I look at them, it just feels like a lifetime ago. It's weird how time works. Sometimes time can go by really fast, and then sometimes time just goes by really slow. But when I look back at the beginning of August, when I started, I feel like a totally different person. So anyway, just gonna hang out here for the rest of the afternoon and evening, and wake up first thing in the morning and get to Cuba, New Mexico. So that is Abiquiu Lake, which I was thinking of staying at last night, but I had no food, so I had to go 6 miles off the route to Abiquiu, which I'm glad I did because I ate a lot of food. And even though I had to go up a big hill this morning, it wasn't too bad. Maybe I'm getting stronger. Who knows? I felt pretty good this morning, but anyway, let's continue. Oh my God, a place that's actually open? Oh my God. This is the first place I've seen that's open, and I've been through like 3 different towns. I am so happy to see this place, whatever it's called. Thank you for being open. Almost to Cuba, but I just need to eat something, so I'm really glad this place is actually open in the first place. Yeah, that's good. Today I rode 57 miles and it was a lot of up and down riding. And I climbed over 4,000 feet today. So it was a challenging day, but nothing too crazy. Tomorrow I am going to be riding to the Chaco trading post, which is about 47 miles away. Shouldn't be too bad of a day. I think we're kind of over the major climbing on this trip, so that's a good thing. Hopefully I'm right, I don't know. But anyway, that's it for today. If anything else comes up, I'll let you know, but I will see you in the morning. So it's supposed to be a high of 80 degrees today, and I'm not used to that at all. I'm used to being in the 60s, maybe the highest 72, low 70s, but 80 degrees, it's hot. Feels like summer. And the farther we go south, the warmer it's gonna be, so gotta get used to it. So I have made it to the Chaco Trade Center. I think yesterday I was calling it Chaco Trading Post, but it is the Trade Center. I don't think there's a difference, but if there is, you can let me know, but it's a Trade Center, just so you know. Really nice people in there. It's got a laundromat, it's got a convenience store, bathrooms, water, and a place to set up my tent. Speaking of my tent, today is the last night I will be spending in the tent. You're probably asking yourself, how is this your last night in the tent? You still got a long ways to go before you're done. Well, tomorrow I am going to be going to Grant's, where I'm going to be staying in a motel. And then the following day, I am going to be meeting up with my mom and dad. They're going to be in the RV. So for the remainder of the trip, I'm going to be sleeping in a nice comfy RV, which I am very looking forward to. So anyway, that's all I gotta say for today. Gonna enjoy hanging out here in the desert, and I'll see you in the morning. So I've ridden 43 miles so far. I still got around 30 miles to go. But according to my bike computer, it is downhill the rest of the way. It's kind of hard to believe a 30-mile downhill, but I'll believe it when I see it. So I wasn't expecting this, but I am on Route 66 right now. Pretty cool. So that was a long day. A really long, hot day. I'm still not used to the heat. It's only 80 degrees. And to me, it feels like it's like 100 degrees outside. So still trying to get used to the heat. But I rode 75 miles today to the town of Grant, where I am right now. Only spending one night here, and we'll be headed out tomorrow to Pie Town, which I believe is about the same amount of miles I did today. So gonna try to get some good rest tonight. Didn't really sleep good last night because of my sleeping pad, so got a nice comfy bed. Hopefully be recharged in the morning. And yeah, I'll see you then. Good morning, everyone. So I am back on Route 66 for a little bit, headed to Pie Town. I've been looking forward to this day for a really long time. Not necessarily to get to Pie Town, but to see my mom, my dad, and my 2 dogs once again. So I just got a text message from my dad saying that they're already in Pie Town and they are offering to come drive and pick me up, which I gladly accepted. I'm riding into a headwind right now, which is no fun. And I was originally going to take a day off today, so not feeling 100%, so I will definitely take a ride.
Has the road been this way all the way since you left this morning?
Like the scenery?
Yeah.
Or the
No,
road?
I mean like the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, who's that guy? Shaved head? Wearing clean clothes? Can't recognize myself. So I am here in Pie Town. Only rode 25 miles today before my mom and dad picked me up, which I'm totally cool with. My mom cut my hair, as you can see, brought me clean clothes, cooking lobster and steak. I'm living the good life right now. So the plan from here is to drive all the way to Silver City. How many days from now? I'm not sure. I think we're going to be doing some stuff along the way, which I'm looking forward to if we end up doing it. If not, we might just drive to Silver City, straight to it. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll find out. And then once we get there, I'll ride 2 more days, and we'll be done with this thing. If anything else comes up, I'll let you know. But if not, I will see you. How many days from now? I don't know. It will probably be in Silver City, so I will see you then. Good morning, everyone. On the second to last day of the entire trip, I am riding out of Silver City. Took a couple days off. Feel really good. Feel confident that I can finish this thing. I got about 75, 80 miles today, but it is mostly downhill, and as you can see on my bike, I am not carrying as much as I have been. Only one dry bag with some food, and everything else I left in the RV, and I can tell a huge difference. My bike is so light and I'm just cruising right now. So it is supposed to be really windy later on today, so hopefully that wind is a tailwind and not a headwind. Keep my fingers crossed, and let's do this thing. So for the first time in many days, I am back on dirt. And this section right here, I'm not sure how many miles it is, but it is the last section of dirt on the entire route.
You're not taking your bag, right?
No, just how it is right now. Good morning, everyone. So it is day 58, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but it is the final day of the trip. Making my way to Antelope Wells. So I didn't do my end of day recap yesterday, so I'll do it right now really quick. After I changed my flat tire, literally like 5 minutes later, I got another thorn in my tire and my tire went flat, and it was so windy. Probably the windiest it's been this whole entire time. And I got to, or close to the town of Separ, about 49 miles I rode, and then my parents picked me up because, like I said, it was so windy, and I would have got to Hachita super late. I wouldn't have had the energy to ride today. So that was yesterday. So I am glad that I did this trip. I underestimated it for sure. This is the most challenging thing I ever done, physically and mentally, but it's memories that I will have for the rest of my life, and I'm very grateful for it. If you are thinking about doing this, just know that if it was easy, everybody would do it. right, you guys. I see the end. I see Antelope Wells 3 miles away. I actually did it. I did it. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this great adventure on the Great Divide. And I will see you real soon in the next one. Ah.